Céline Dion's life story is a compelling narrative of triumph, dedication, and inevitable human fragility. Her journey from a young girl in Charlemagne to an international superstar is marked by unparalleled success, immense pressure, and personal challenges. From a young age, she demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to her craft. Her rigorous work ethic was not just a matter of choice, but a necessity in an industry that demands constant excellence. Céline Dion's drive for perfection can be traced back to her early years. Growing up as the youngest of 14 children, she was surrounded by a culture of hard work and high expectations. For Céline, this meant rigorous practice sessions and a deep-seated belief that excellence was the only acceptable outcome. This environment nurtured her natural talent, but also ingrained in her a relentless pursuit of perfection. Pop music has long been dominated by a focus on aesthetics, where an artist's appearance can significantly influence their marketability and success. Early in her career, she faced criticism and skepticism regarding her appearance and stage presence. As a young artist, she had to work relentlessly to refine her image and conform to the industry's visual standards. For Céline Dion, the path to stardom involved navigating these demanding standards and consistently proving herself through her exceptional voice and unwavering determination. As Céline's career took off, her perfectionism became even more pronounced. She would spend countless hours in the recording studio, perfecting every note and lyric. During her live performances, she was known for her meticulous attention to detail, from the staging and lighting to the choreography and vocal delivery. Her Las Vegas residencies, where she performed over 1,000 shows, are a prime example of her dedication. Each performance was a masterclass in precision, reflecting her commitment to giving her best every time she stepped on stage. The constant pressure to deliver flawless performances led to chronic stress and exhaustion. Stiff person syndrome is a rare neurological disorder characterized by severe muscle stiffness and painful spasms. Studies have shown that chronic stress can lead to the dysregulation of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, resulting in increased cortisol levels and a compromised immune system. This heightened stress response can aggravate neuromuscular symptoms by increasing muscle tension. Furthermore, exposure to environmental stressors such as cold temperatures and loud noises can trigger and worsen muscle spasms. The severe spasms Céline has faced in recent years have been so debilitating that they have affected her ability to walk and perform. The intensity and frequency of these episodes forced her to cancel numerous shows, much to the disappointment of her fans. These health problems are a stark reminder of the physical consequences of pushing oneself beyond the limits of endurance. The fear of failure and the anxiety associated with maintaining her reputation as a flawless performer weighed heavily on her. The loss of her husband and manager was a devastating blow. René was not only her partner, but also the architect of her career. His death left a void that was difficult to fill, both personally and professionally. One of the most poignant aspects of Céline's story is how she, like many others driven by perfectionism, ignored the warning signs of burnout. The body's signals are often subtle at first. In the quest to maintain her high standards, Céline likely dismissed these early signs as mere obstacles to be overcome through sheer willpower. The very nature of burnout is such that it creeps up slowly, often masked by a person's dedication and drive. By the time the more severe symptoms manifested, the damage was already extensive. For Céline, every new achievement was a testament to her hard work, but it also raised the bar for what was expected of her next. This created a vicious cycle. The more she succeeded, the more she felt the need to prove herself. Despite her desire to continue performing, her body simply couldn't keep up. This paradox, where the pursuit of excellence leads to a forced cessation, is a cruel twist for those who thrive on achievement and productivity. For many high achievers, rest feels like a luxury they can't afford. They equate it with laziness or failure. For someone like Céline, whose identity is deeply intertwined with her career, the implications are even more significant. The idea of stopping, or even slowing down, was inconceivable. For Céline, who had spent her entire life on stage, performing was as natural as breathing. Her persona as an artist is so deeply ingrained that it became difficult to separate her professional identity from her personal one. This is a common experience for those who dedicate their lives to their work. When the body finally forces a stop, as it did with Celine, it is not just a physical halt, but a psychological and emotional reckoning. It forces you to confront questions you may have long avoided. What happens if I stop? Can I find fulfillment outside of my professional achievements? Her success supported an entire industry of people who depended on her continued performance. This added another layer of pressure, making it even harder for her to consider stepping back. Celine felt an overwhelming sense of duty to meet these expectations. Céline Dion's situation echoes the struggles faced by other legendary figures who have experienced similar crises. Michael Jackson faced an intense public scrutiny that mirrored his internal struggles. As his physical health deteriorated and he became increasingly unable to deliver the performances that defined his career, he too grappled with his identity beyond the persona of Michael Jackson. The dramatic decline and the eventual tragic end of his life underscore the devastating impact of living under the weight of an exhausting public image. Whitney Houston's story is another example. Once celebrated as one of the greatest voices in music, her personal struggles overshadowed her public brilliance. Houston's decline illustrates the deep-seated issues that can arise when personal demons clash with the pressures of maintaining a legendary status. When a public persona begins to falter, it compels you to confront your true self and question your value beyond your professional achievements. Despite the immense pressure of maintaining an impeccable public persona, Dion's decision to share her vulnerabilities with the world in this documentary reveals a remarkable strength. Her story is not just about the price of striving for excellence, but also about the courage required to face one's own humanity.